Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Come on. Set. 60. Ready.
A run for the first time will be John Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Let's go now. 7 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
4th down. Harrison Beavis on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. off the bootleg. Here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Atlanta.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go, here we go. Past the 60, past the 60.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Vikings, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Vikings sit 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing is McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now back to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
When they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Back to throw again. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
McCarthy operating from the gun. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now McCarthy. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And now cut it to 3 at 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And
this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To the air with McCarthy. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
1st down.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
60 Maverick.
Here's McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
If the man is Komet, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again, McCarthy. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton from 19 yards away. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On play action, now McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Trap 60, trap. Track. 19. Trap.
They'll drop the throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. The 20. 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
38. Vikings 14.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 40-yard line.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Hey, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Looking to throw McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Open man, that's Fulton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
things you're hoping for when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on. Set. Rocco 80. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Rocco 80. Ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards in 2 straight plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready up. Get it. 70 Lions. Go.
Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson laying himself out in the end zone. And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now the try here for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Falcons 45, Vikings 14. Harrison Davis to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Check out.
Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Viking 18.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident throw. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. After right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. This one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Got it. Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Ready, set.
Now third down and 7.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Oh, solid stiff arm and some open field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
15 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cole Kmet, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
2-point conversion.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Vikings 29.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. They go down to 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Tap the 60. Tap the...
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's McCarthy.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?